Listen to how chicken soup gave a man more happiness than a private jet, a mansion, and $1 million. Welcome to No Bow Tie, where we conquer emptiness and frustration, discover our uniqueness, and live with unrelenting joy. I'm John No Bow Tie Swoboda, author and musician. Today's episode is about happiness, how we misunderstand it, and how to sustain it. Be sure to subscribe. It's hard to define happiness, but we do know what it isn't. One area that I think gets confused in life is the difference between happy and glad. When we're shooting for glad, we come up empty-handed. We have small inspirations and comfort zones. We reach for pleasures and addictions. We reach for things to fill in the day with comfort that amount to nothing tomorrow and often cause us nothing but pain tomorrow. We spend the week wishing we wouldn't have done the things that we've done because we thought we were doing it to be happy. But really all it did, it made us gain weight. It made us have a hangover. It made us waste time. It made us get judged at our job. And these things, those pleasures, they don't amount into building your life. Happiness is an inner work that comes out of you. It really is deciding how the best way to use yourself, to use your talents. And when we ignore that, there is truly the most lost feeling that a human being can have. A life with no purpose is lonely. We're all chasing that feel-good thing. Let me give you an example. I had a student, and he was a millionaire. He still is a millionaire. And when I would meet with him in sessions, he would ask me about how to become happy. And I didn't make 10% the income that he made in a year, and yet I was able to sustain a daily life of security and happiness and mental well-being. He was, meanwhile, very frustrated and feeling lost and feeling empty. He had a broken marriage. He was on his third marriage. He owned a private jet, an enormously successful company. He didn't have very many friends. The friends that he had arguments with, and there were power play in the games. And one time we met, sat down, and he broke into tears. And he told me he would give anything to be happy. And I'm sitting in his mansion, sharing a $250 bottle of wine and looking around at paintings and, things of great value. And we know the story. It is a cliche that the things that you own don't make you happy. But for some reason, we tend to pursue life as if it will. And it won't. What I suggested to him was to think about something that made him feel good without money. And he jokingly said, well, I used to love to make chicken soup. And I said, well, why don't you go ahead and take a day off of everything, cancel your appointments, and make some chicken soup. Now, chicken soup can be just a symbolic thing, but for him, it was the chicken soup. He loved the way it made the house smell. He loved the waiting for it to be done. He loved sharing it with other people. He loved inviting people to his home so that he could share it. So the next week I saw him. I said, well, how you doing? And he said that he had a weight lifted off of his shoulders. He decided to sell the jet. He had a long talk with his family about changes that he was going to make. He was going to keep the business. And, I'm not going to say he was going to just decide to, give up all of the money. But he was changing the reason in which he acquired the money. He had overtly decided to spend time with his employees, or at least as many as he could. He was going to give back to them in ways that he would have wanted given to him. The end result, he felt better by what he was giving than what he was getting. Now, we're running out of time, but I want to leave you with something to think about. You may not be a millionaire, you may not have a jet, but you have something to give that will make you feel very warm and loved inside because you're the one loving yourself. And when you give to the world and don't expect back, and you give of your true essence, you're really helping the world to be a better place. And be sure to tune in next week because we're going to talk more about how to listen to your soul speak and to have that enlightenment well up from within you, from the real part of you, the part of you that really wants to live and help you form a better life. Now, be sure to get on the newsletter at nobowtie.com/life. You're going to get inspiration, stories, quotes, and more videos like this that will connect you with yourself. Now, I'm going to leave you with something that I want to give to you. That's a piece of music. I believe it's beautiful, but I'll let you decide.